All right, here we go. Question number 15 from our 1316 homework number 6 in MyLab Math. They want us to solve the triangle. So that means find all of the missing pieces. Here we can see that we're given side A, side B, and side C. We don't have any of the angles given. So we're going to have to find all three angles. And it doesn't really matter which one you find first. What does matter is that you cannot use the law of sines. You have to be given at least one angle to use the law of sines. Therefore, we're going to have to use the law of cosines. And it's my preference to find the angles from biggest to smallest. So whichever side is biggest is going to be the angle that is biggest. So I'm going to start with the law of cosines, and I'm going to find angle A first. Now that formula says cosine A equals B squared plus C squared minus A squared all over 2 times B times C. And then all we have to do is plug and play. So B is 3, C is 6, A is 7. 2 times B times C, 2 times 3 times 6. And then we can put all of this in the calculator all at one time, bringing the cosine over to find angle A. That's going to be the inverse cosine of whatever we get from the calculator. All right, here we go. 3 squared plus 6 squared minus 7 squared over 2 times 3 times 6. And I'm going to leave that a fraction, -1/9, and that'll make my angle more accurate. If I use the exact value, I'm going to do the inverse cosine of the previous answer and round to one decimal place, 96.4 rounded. All right, so let's input that into MyLab Math and see how we did. Yay. Angle B. Again, we're going to use the law of cosines for angle B. I guess we could go back to using the law of sines if we wanted to, because now since we know angle A is 96.4, notice we now have an angle and the side across from it, so we could use the law of sines if we want to. But I'm going to continue to use the law of cosines simply because we need to practice the law of cosines. So for angle B, that formula is A squared plus C squared minus B squared all over 2 times A times C. And I hope you see there's a pattern to these formulas. Whatever angle you're looking for, that lowercase letter is subtracted in the top and missing from the bottom. That's the way I remember it. And now what we need to do is plug and play. So A is 7, C is 6, B is 3. 7 and 6. Again, with the calculator, bringing the cosine over is going to get us angle B to be the inverse cosine of whatever we get from our button pushing. 7 squared plus 6 squared minus 3 squared over 2 times 7 times 6. And again, I'm going to leave that 19 over 21 to help make my angle more accurate. and that's going to be the inverse cosine of 19 over 21. Rounded to one decimal place, 25.2. And now let's see how we did. Yay! Now for the easy part. Remember that all three angles have to add up to make 180. And so all I have to do to find angle C is take 180 and subtract the other two angles. And as a decimal, 58.4. Fantastic. Man, I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those in the comment section below, or you can text me. And thanks for watching.